Look, I'm bright and sunny Northern Ireland at the tail end of December. We've pulled both the mower decks off. This is the 62 inch deck with a 62 and a 48. Going to get them power washed and then we'll get them rubbed down with a wire brush and get them painted up. That's why you need to clean the deck out. That there. But that's it, 5 or 10 minutes and then we'll hose it off. Okay, I'll tip it up the forwards now if I can. Get that mess in there. This is just a cleaner, you know, like a sort of a degreaser. You can see around all the belts in around here, that's where all the grease and stuff's been flannelled out. That's actually where this stuff is run down, this bottom bit, and you can see the bits where it's cleaned. So that's it all pretty much washed out. Boys, those are heavy. That's unbelievable. We're all guilty the odd time of using the phrase, the mower will suck it up. You know, you just sort of think when you have a big ride-on mower that you drive over everything, cut the hedge, throw it out in the lawn, drive over with the mower, sure the mower will suck it up. One of the things that you really just can't is those palm leaves, for they're just like horsehair. You know, like that stuff you couldn't look at that there. Like you couldn't break that stuff. It goes like rope. And you pay for it in the long run. You sort of think, it'll be quicker. Run over it with a mower instead of, you know, getting a rake out and going lifting all the individual leaves. But you do that, look what you're faced with. That's down into the spindle bearings. It gets wedged down in there and it all sort of tangles itself up and tries to like tighten through here, and it'll tighten up that bearing and you'll end up losing power, and you'll be burning more diesel or whatever fuel if you have a petrol one, or gas if you're American. You'll be burning more gas. Thankfully I'm getting that out. Look at the amount that came out of that. I think that's that one. So there's two main things that can prevent that. First of all, keep greasing, regular greasing. The more you force the grease in here, you're forcing the grease, forcing everything out. But the fundamental thing is to just not drive over any of that palm leafy stuff. Like, that deck didn't look overly bad. Look at the amount of stuff that came out of that. That was all in round choking those spindles, choking those bearings. You try spinning yourself around about, I don't know, 10,000 RPM with a rope around your neck. This is the 62 now, that was the 48 inch deck I did. Look at this here on. See if I can get this out. There was way more in there than I even realised. Look at that. Seriously, just don't suck stuff up. Definitely don't be sucking up those palm leaf things. It sort of wraps it up and coats it in grease, and like that makes this stuff indestructible. If you were ever stuck on a desert island and there's palm trees, well, you could make yourself a rope that would pull the Titanic. Right there. That's all out of the spindles. That's the 48 inch. Tend to use it more. You can get it in more places, and a slightly narrower width gives you a slightly better quality of cut in that it follows the contours and of the ground. You know, if there's a wee dip or whatever, it sort of goes into it more than the big 62. So you can see I use it a lot more, and it's got a lot more sort of sandblasting, if you want to call it that, compared to the 62. You see them side by side there. So we'll start off and just start off with the 62 because it's a wee bit easier, and with this wire cup, we'll give it a go with that. rub down anywhere that needs touched in on the top here. This is genuine John Deere primer. Just seems to be real good machinery paint, good and hard, you know. Genuine John Deere stirring stick as well. Using a big 2.5 inch big wide brush for, it's not the Mona Lisa, like I'm not doing this for the look of the thing, so it's just for protection. So just belting her on good and heavy. This stuff, I don't know, it's near like an enamel thing, you know. It's real good machinery paint, seems to dry up good and hard. It still comes off, you know, with the big high lift blades, and you run over something dusty, it just pure pebble dashes it or sandblasts it. You can see it all there. So, but still, it's good paint. We'll just get her on good and thick. I don't worry about taking it, you know, getting all the old paint off. I'm not too worried. If the old paint sticks on, it's well stuck. Anything loose and flaky comes off, and then the wire wheel and the angle grinder and all there takes the rest of it off. The more paint on the deck, nearly the better. Like, there's nothing like wet grass for wrecking stuff. Boy, this really does smell good. It's important whenever you're doing this as well to make sure that you keep all the windows and doors closed. For otherwise you just waste all the good fumes. And some of you boys go out at the weekend and spend a clean fortune and drink, and you've nothing to show for it. I might as well get high, but I'll have a nice painted deck. I think I better open the garage door. Okay, I've opened the main garage door, and I've opened the back door, so I've a decent good through draft now, so don't be panicking, I was joking. That's the first coat of primer done. I think I'm just going to go ahead here and whack on a second coat of primer. 2 coats of primer, and I'll let them cure overnight. I've just realised that petrol probably costs more than the brush that I'm cleaning. It's the next day and the decks are looking really good. So we will crack open the can of top coat, and we'll get 2 coats of the yellow one. So I do a run up it and sort of clean the edge and work my way back just till I see that faintest hint of the blue where she's starting to get thin and really heating up along the edge. And that leaves you the tiniest little burr right in the edge. I call that done. So these decks are actually shaft drives. You can see the splined shaft that drives the gearbox on top of the deck. Let's get the oil change in the 2 gearboxes. Perfect, it's actually just sitting right there. Let's just okay, this is a 48 inch. I'm just gonna fill her up. Okay, I see it's starting to come out. On the 62-inch deck, last time I went to use it, I engaged the PTO and nothing happened. The shaft in underneath just started spinning and nothing happened. So this shaft here, you can see this spring, these ball bearings and so on. So this here whole thing kind of fell to bits. So let's get that sorted. So what has happened here? Okay, so there's this spring at that. So how does this come off? So that's the culprit there. Let's give that a bit of a clean up, and we'll get the part. Don't fancy reusing that collar, you know. Yeah, it's a safety thing. So let's get the part. It's 120 quid, but yeah, that's cheap compared to a couple of new legs. Okay, so I got the new part here. So I actually was missing, wow, okay, so those large balls had actually fallen out. Okay, so you go in there, and there. They can't go right the way through, so I actually want grease on top of them, that will then hold the grease in there. Just trying to pack the grease into around the ball. Greasing up Mr. Duck's head here. Where's that brake? There. And there we go. Boom. Okay, so got the ring on there. Just goes in there. Grease guns out of grease. Oh, lolly chain. Just give that a bit of a shove up my thumb. The reason why I have the two decks of a 495 and a 748, the 495 is a slightly older version of the 740. The 62-inch deck is a fantastic deck for the right place, but you need to have a big wide open area, pretty flat. Smaller lawns, it's just, you're never going to get it in. Even when you take the blower off, it's still an awful size to try and fit it in anywhere. The reason for the smaller deck is that over here it just fits in more places. You know, it's easier to fit on a trailer, it's easier to take about, it's easier to get around the backs of houses and slightly smaller gardens, and it's still big enough to do the big lawns. I keep it on the main machine, which is the X748.